What's up, everyone? Doug Biden here with Full-Time Freedom, and I just took the last 2 days of Grant Cardone, and he was explaining to us how he's built 18 successful companies through 3 different recessions, and we're going to go behind the scenes of what it looks like to have an unbreakable business in the 5 departments that we're going to be taking the tour of. We have Jarrod, the president of Cardone Enterprises, to show us the way.
Yeah, thanks so much for being here. You know, I really appreciate, first of all, you coming out and have a lot of respect for the business that you've built. Really excited that you guys got to spend the 2 days here and kind of listen to how Grant built this whole thing and put it all together. I will show you these 5 areas. There's other places of the company and people that are important and all that stuff, but these are really the 5 things that as we've gone from $3 million in sales to a $3 billion valuation, they were like the integral pillars, the rock solid foundation that continue to allow us to grow. So let's get started. So the first place we're going to go to is Grant's office, actually. And the reason that we're going to go there is because the most important thing about our business over the last 12 years has been the culture and the mindset and really like what kind of makes the gears turn in the mind of Grant and how we translate that to the entire organization. Mindset for a lot of people, like it's the biggest thing because for most people, they're miseducated. Like the way that they're actually brought up and educated, it is counterintuitive to them being successful. And so without even knowing it, they're not even set up to win. And so what Grant's role is really is setting that mindset and being unreasonable, looking for possibility and opportunity even when it looks like it's not there. When things get tough, when things get uncertain, he's the one that continues to lead and drive and instill the confidence in the team to continue pushing. And so what's important about mindset is like whether you're an employee, whether you're a solopreneur, an army of one and you're doing everything, or you got a small or large company, like the mindset, you are responsible for generating that, whether it's for yourself, for your team, for your company. So that really is kind of like the first domino that has to fall. If you want to be unbreakable, you have to have an unbreakable mindset.
It's been amazing looking at like Grant, like what he shared with us.
Yeah.
Not only does it speak to me like what his accomplishments have like shown me the type of person he is, but like the goals he set, the targets that are ahead. I'm like, 50 billion real estate fund, having his own banking system, own capital. A lot behind the scenes, people don't see that, but when they see that and they come to his office and they see the mindset and the way he sets targets, it's truly amazing.
Yeah.
It blew my mind.
And so the one thing that we found to help get people into action and really to keep our organization moving into action is when we have ideas, the first thing that we do is we promote them. Yeah. And that really has become our superpower. So the next place that I want to take you is to the marketing department, because that is where the communication gets out into the world. Yeah. It goes out on the rails of the marketing department, whether that's social media platforms, email. This is actually a great example of promotion. So we're walking through the Cardone Capital team right now. There's desks all over the place. We're expanding like crazy. But this team right here, $4 billion in real estate and 12,000 units and $1 billion raised, that all came because of marketing and brand, right? 15 years ago, Grant wasn't even thinking about this. 10 years ago, Grant wasn't even thinking about this. But what happens is when you start getting people's attention and you start offering them things that they're interested in, you start creating commerce in transactions, right? And so marketing for us was really the big explosion. Like when we really figured out the marketing game, that's when everything changed for us. And we realized that sales can make you rich because we were making a lot of money. But marketing can make you wealthy. Like marketing can build something that's truly unbreakable. Having a brand, being omnipresent everywhere. Here's some programs that we've created. 10X rule in Arabic. I mean, there's 37 languages in a really short period of time. And that, again, because of brand. So this room right here is the marketing department. We've probably got about 60 people in the marketing team. This is copywriting, media buying, development, email automations, data, design, curriculum and content, social media, like literally every area. What makes this marketing engine ticks comes from here. This is the machine, this is the engine. And so, like the importance of marketing and promotion is being known. Like we always say, like, if they don't know you, they can't flow you. Number 1 rule of marketing is promote, 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 right? What our job to do is to do out of this room is try to communicate a message to somebody that has a problem, and to communicate a message in a way where it positions us as the solution to their problem. And so when you do that, when you start communicating out and you're talking about like, hey, if you want to grow your business, if you want to get rid of bugs, if you want to be financially free, if you want to, work 4 hours a week and make a 6-figure income, like whatever, you unravel some problem that your audience has, you create interest.
Yeah.
That's the purpose of marketing, is to get out of obscurity and to create interest. And so once you do create that interest, the next thing you have to do is convert it. And so now we're going to go on the third stop of our little tour here.
Too about marketing, it's like, we don't want salespeople, we want people taking orders.
Yeah.
And that's what your marketing is going to do. That's
Exactly.
one of the most important pillars of the 5 unbreakable ways or laws.
And so once we get that attention, the next thing we have to do is we got to convert it. So we're going to go to the sales team now. And this was the thing that we really hung our hat on in the beginning. We made a lot of cold calls. It was brutal. We got great at sales, but it was really, really hard. Yeah. And that's why, Grant says, I want it to be so easy. I want the marketing and the brand to be so big that I want it to be easy for the sales team to get deals. We teach people assets can be liabilities. So the asset that we had of great sales ability became a liability for us because it prevented us from investing in marketing for too long. So, we didn't spend any money in marketing for the first 6 years that I was here. I think what's important, whether you've got a big company, 60 people on a marketing team is just insane. For most people, it takes years and years and years to get there. It's a lot of money. But today you can market with your phone. You can use social platforms. You could build a 7-figure business if you just figured the marketing game out from your phone. And so the sales team back here, when I started, I was the sales team, the marketing team, the customer fulfillment team, customer support and reception. And that's how it starts for a lot of people. Yeah. But today we have, probably 60 people.
Special guests in the boiler room. Let's like this place up!
10X. So, this started as a one-man show, and then today it is what you see it to be here. And we went through a lot of iterations with the team, with how we paid and the type of people we were trying to recruit. In the beginning, we were we need to have great salespeople because these cold calls are brutal. The thing we realized was that great top-tier salesperson is really hard to find. They want a lot of money, and it's almost impossible to train people how to do what they do. So what we focused on then is we shifted into how do we create a great process for training and development and onboarding so that we didn't have to hire a super experienced salesperson. We're actually trying to create a process where we can hire somebody with no sales experience, bring them into our system, and get them to a run rate of income of $100,000 within 60 days. The most important thing is that you have to take attention and you have to convert it. When we talk about these 5 pillars, there's a lot of depth in the sales conversation or the marketing conversation. We'll cover more of that in the live event that we talked about. But the next thing that I want to take you to is our customer success department. Because as you start scaling as a company, you start growing, it's not just a product. Yeah, it's not just a product of you selling your product. It's a product of customers being successful with your product or service. Because without that, you have a broken business. If you deliver a bad product or a bad service, there's only so much time you have before your business goes away.
You spend more on the front and more leads, more sales, but there's no lifetime value.
And then, you don't have advocacy. You don't have customers that turn into your #1 salespeople. That should be the goal. You should have, if all of our customers are happy, we've got tens and thousands of customers that are out in the marketplace talking about Grant. That's ultimately how you build a brand as well, because it's not just the promotion that you're doing, it's the promotion of all of the successful customers that you've had over the years that are out there advocating for you. And when they see stuff and people ask about them, they're saying, hey, you got to do business with them because they're great. They help me make more money, grow my business. So this department really is where the success happens. So all of these people on this half of the room are all coaches. They're all on live coaching calls right now. So every single day throughout the day, if you look at their calendars are just stacked all throughout the week, jam calendars, because they're constantly working with clients, making sure that they're winning with the product. On the other half, we have our concierge team, our customer support team. They're in groups, they're managing groups, communities that we have. Again, making sure that people have access to the information, they know where to get it, and they know what to do with it in order to be successful. So mindset, marketing, sales, scale, those are the first 4 main pillars of an unbreakable business. And then finally is kind of the one thing that threads all of it together, because you can't set mindset effectively for yourself or your team or other people. You can't market and communicate messages to the public. You can't convert and sell customers and get them excited about doing business with you. And you can't scale your business, making sure people are successful, without communication. So communication is the thing that ties everything together. You got to communicate powerfully. You got to communicate with some inspiration. You have to be effective in your communication. And so we communicate over a lot of different channels. But the last place that I want to end up is our studio and our video room, because that really is where, like videos like this are created, and these act as a massive communication terminal. Our studio, we're doing webinars, we're doing live trainings. We got 12 people on the video team now, hundreds of thousands of dollars in equipment. I think we spent $300,000 on the studio alone. And it's more now than ever. If you want to build a 7-figure business, people are doing it on their phones. It's insane. These 5 things really are at the core of who we are and how we've become what we've become, because they were things that we had when we were 3 employees. That's where this whole thing started, was in Grant's pool house. And then from there, we've grown into what you see today. And it's because we focused on mindset, developing it for ourselves, and then going out and as we hire people, make sure that we instill it among them. Our marketing and promotion so that people know who we are and what we're about. Our sales so that we can convert people into customers. So sales is super important, and then that makes customers that allow us to grow and scale. And obviously, as we're communicating in all of those areas, that's how we continue to fuel the system. And so that's really what we're most focused on right now. That's what we talked about here. That's what we're talking about to our clients, our prospects. It's in all of our marketing right now, because with what's to come in the next 12 to 18 months in the economy, it is what people need right now. They need security. They need stability, they need the right strategy in order to win.
Yeah, and after seeing what I've seen in the last few days, I feel like it's my duty and my responsibility to share this with my audience, because what Jarrod just walked us through, these 5 pillars, is going to help you build an unbreakable business where you can actually expand through a recession, not retract. And that's what we're going to be talking about in the 5 days coming up in this Unbreakable Challenge. You have to come to this event. So this is your invitation to go deeper on these 5 pillars that Jarrod just shared with us, starting in the Unbreakable Challenge. So click the link below to get registered for that, and I will personally see you on the inside.